Hi everyone, welcome to Focus Garage. Today we have an interesting challenge we set for each other. There's a lot of people in our friends that are buying cars, and we wanted to see what we can buy for $30,000. So there's only, two rules. The maximum has to be $30,000,
The max spend.
Yeah, the max spend. And then the second one is you can only use Craigslist or eBay. And if you're going to use Craigslist, it has to be in the Chicago area since we're in Chicago.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people like to travel out of state for cars because prices are different everywhere. But to make this as simple as possible, we're going to search with what we've got in our area and see what we can come up with.
Yeah. So I want to start first. This is what I went with. I put myself 3 categories. I wanted something daily, like with room. I have 2 dogs, so I can put them in the car as well without worried so much about it. And I wanted something that anyone can drive, like my girlfriend or like whoever that doesn't know how to drive stick can drive this car.
Yes, one of the things is, I'll just kind of like lay the groundwork here, is you can buy as many cars as you want or as few cars as you want with this. We're basically giving you $30,000 and free range to buy one car that you feel does it all, or 2, 3, even 4 cars that you feel will kind of create that ultimate garage feeling.
So these cars or the car would be our only cars or car.
Yeah.
So that's like we don't have any of our cars like from zero.
Yeah, we're starting fresh.
Fresh, yeah. So like I wanted daily, like I said. So I wanted a wagon. I thought that would be perfect, and I wanted something all-wheel drive because of the winter here is it gets pretty snow and then rain, and the road conditions are not great time to time. So my first car is a Magnum. It's a 2005 Dodge Magnum with a Hemi in it, and it's all-wheel drive.
It's a rare find. It definitely is.
It's a very rare find, yeah. And it's $6,750.
So that's car number 1.
That's car number 1.
So all you accountants out there, let's go ahead and take that away from the $30,000 starting price. Boom.
So my second one is I want to start rally crossing, and I needed something with all-wheel drive, and manual, and turbocharged would be perfect. So I went with a Subaru WRX, Impreza WRX, and it's a sedan, and it has a famous rally blue.
The World Rally Blue. World Rally Blue.
Yeah, the blue color, and it's. I didn't care what it like the outside was. I didn't really care what the inside is. Most likely, I won't be driving this all like daily driving it. It would just be like rally crossing or like some fun times. And this car was 2004 as well, and it's $6,500. So we take that as well.
So you're going for your bang for your buck here. You've already got 2 cars and a lot of money left to spend still.
So my last one. So this is like I wanted something rear-wheel drive with a naturally aspirated V8, and stick shift. And I have a really soft spot for G35/350Z because G35 was my first proper sports car that I ever owned. So I found this car. It is beautiful. It's 2006 350Z with an LS1 swap in it.
And it's still manual.
It's still manual, yeah. And there's a lot of stuff like this guy spent so much time and money into this build. It's a clean car, like with perfect wheels and tires that I would like on it.
The body's not all banged up. It's a very good looking car.
It's a beautiful car. It's a perfect show. Like you take it on the weekends to the shows, or like whoop some ass on the highway, because it says it's tuned to make 400 wheel horsepower. So that's plenty enough for that platform, and it's perfect, and it's $15,500. So I'm roughly saving. My total comes out to be around $28,000 and some change. So I'm saving around $1,500 to if something breaks down, that I can fix it.
No, all these cars are perfectly reliable.
Yeah, they're perfect.
You're never gonna have any issues with them. They'll be fine.
Yeah, and this is my setup. What'd you get?
All right, so I took a little bit different of an approach. I don't know, where you plan on putting those 3 cars, but it's a little excessive if you don't have anywhere to put them. So I went simpler. I went kind of with the route of one daily driver car and then one kind of enjoyable fun car. Ever since I've been into cars, which is pretty much as long as I can remember, one car that's always interested me as something to like daily drive is like the big body Lexus cars. Like back in the early 90s, they had the LS400s, and then they facelifted them and changed a couple things, and then you've got the LS430s starting in the early 2000s there. Yeah. So what I found as a daily driver is a 2004 Lexus LS430, black on black, to the tune of $5,900.
Wow.
Now, for these that don't know anything about these cars, they're pretty sweet. So the rear-wheel drive, it's a big body, 4-door sedan.
It's almost like a mid-sized Mercedes. That's what
in between like mid and full. Yeah, kind of like right in between the mid-range there. And it's rear-wheel drive and it's V8. So
nice.
This definitely isn't like a enthusiast performance car by any means, but this is a car that's got long gears, so it gets good gas mileage on the highway and all the features you can imagine. I mean, it's got heated seats, cooled seats, navigation, all that stuff on an 04. HID headlights, LED tail lights. So they're a very nice looking car, and they run forever. I mean, if you look on Craigslist or eBay, you can find these cars over 200,000 miles with them all day long.
Yeah, they're perfect car. I'm really jealous. I wish I picked that car. That's one of my favorite cars that I always think that I'm like, if I wanted daily driving, that would be the car to go for. Like,
it's comfortable. It has enough power to get out of its own way.
Yeah, it's a nice cruiser. It's like, my Hemi is a nice cruiser.
But that's a Dodge, so you'll probably be replacing the transmission every 10,000 miles on that wagon.
Yeah, but and then you have a starter problem. Where the starter is on these cars?
It's not easily accessed.
No, it's not. So every car has their problems, but let's move on to your next car, your fun car.
Alright, so Lexus is my daily, and going back to some stuff that I've owned that I've really, really liked before, I would definitely own something like this again. And I'm not a big advocate of owning the same car twice. With there being so many cars out there, I think it's stupid. But that being said, I'm going to make an exception with this here. I found a 2003 Corvette V06, a 2003 Corvette Z06 with your typical heads cam setup here. It's got a full exhaust cam on the car. It's making about 450 wheel horsepower, and it's very low miles. This particular guy wants $24,000 for this car. So with the $5,900 on the other car and the $24,000 on this car, I don't have a lot left. I got maybe for 2 tanks of gas. I got $100 left here in the bank to kind of play around with. Which the idea of this challenge wasn't to really save money for mileage or anything like that. It was to get as close as you can to that $30,000 mark within reason.
And this is also like we're paying what the asking price is. There's no negotiation or anything like that. We're not talking about tax entitlement and all that.
Yeah,
this is a fun game, and we decided to do because we're always looking at cars and window shopping.
I'm sure you guys out there can definitely understand and feel our pain. I mean, if you are a car enthusiast, you will find yourself Craigslist shopping, eBay shopping every freaking day, and you always want to go out there and get something, and that's part of the reason why I've had 15, 16 cars already, because sometimes you can't fight that urge. You find something like, I've never owned this.
I have to have it.
And then 3 months later, you're like, I don't want this anymore. So that's kind of how that goes. But if you've never done this before, definitely mention in the comments below, what's nearby you, and if you had the same kind of budget to spend on a car.
What would you get? Like if you had a $30,000 budget, what would you get? Post it on the comments and then let us know. And then we will post the links, even though if they don't work or not. We'll get a screenshot of the cars as well, show you guys what they look like. But if you're interested in one of them, I would definitely buy the Dodge Magnum. That's my weak spot.
How cool would it be if somebody watching this video buys one of these cars that we've talked about in this video?
Let us know. We'll send you something.
I can't tell you what.
We'll send you something.
We'll figure out something. But something interesting too, because a lot of other YouTubers and just people in general have done challenges like this where they've got a set budget and you go to buy cars, and with prices around this, a lot of times people will go with like one car that does it all. So I think it's easier to kind of enjoy multiple vehicles because like you said, you can have your nice comfortable daily, but then you can have like your weekend warrior car that you can go tear up back roads with, or roll race Hondas on the highway with, and just kind of embarrass
And you're not
them.
worried about breaking that car. You have a backup car in the garage. Like even if your daily breaks down, you're like, oh, I guess I
can force myself to drive my fun car for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
It's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's going to kind of wrap up this challenge and, what we found and how we feel about it. Like we said, this would be a fun one. Definitely let us know in the comments below how you'd kind of break this down if you were looking to spend this kind of money on a set of cars.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and subscribe and share this video. Kudos to all.
Catch you in the next one.